What's going on, YouTube? Good afternoon. Happy Saturday to everybody. Hope everybody's getting ready. Even if you're not a Super Bowl fan, it's fun. Go watch the Super Bowl somewhere. Hang out with friends, eat food, have a good time. Nothing wrong with engaging in the activity of it, even if you're not a football fan like me. Not really a football fan. But welcome, everyone. Happy Saturday. Hope you guys had a good week. Hope you're getting ready to have a nice weekend. Hope you're doing stuff with your family. If you're getting ready to spend some time and possibly going into a federal prison, hope you're really taking this time and using it for what you can be doing to maximize the possible outcome of not only serving a shorter sentence, preparing your family, just making sure that everything is where it needs to be. And that's why we continue to do these YouTube channels, to make sure that not only are you prepared for what you need to do to go into prison, but so you're mentally prepared to deal with your family, friends, children, things like that. As you can see, today's topic, we're going to talk a little bit about the federal sentencing tool that we have. It's a calculator that allows you to, helps you pick the best possible prison based on your location. It also shows you how you can serve fewer days based on the day that you start your sentence. So it gives you a little bit more insight to what you might want to talk to your attorney about, especially when you start asking for recommendations from the judge. So that's what we're going to be talking about a little bit today. We're actually going to show it to you. What's going on, Canadian Chris? Welcome, welcome. If you haven't done so, take this time. Please, please, please subscribe to my channel. Tap that subscribe button. Make sure you also press the bell. That will make sure you receive notifications of when we go live. If you're interested in receiving an RDAP Dan wristband, the wristbands, we've got a few left and we're going to order some additional ones. I keep meaning to put an option on there for what colors would you like to see. So maybe I'll make that update after we go off of this live stream. What's going on, Matt? Matt says, happy Super Bowl weekend to you too, Matt. Anyway, we've got hot pink, white, baby blue, or blue, whatever color you want to call it. And it's real easy to get your RDAP Dan wristband. They're completely free. We have they're now on the website. So now you can get them from the members area on the website. So here that is, give you that. And this is also the same place you'll go for the sentencing calculator, which is also free. Other people have this same calculator and they charge upward towards like $100 or $200 for this same calculator. We give it to you guys absolutely for free, at least for now. We'll see how it goes, see if you guys are using it. So now that we got that out of the way, let's talk a little bit about this calculator. Maybe we'll just kind of jump into it. Let's see how many people we got in the room right now. We've got 7 people. Once we get up to about 15 people in the room, we'll go ahead and switch over to the other screen where I can actually show you how to use the sentencing calculator. And the sentencing calculator, look, it's not designed as a fail-proof. It's not a guarantee. You got to remember that it's going to be based on, it's going to have a lot to do with the BOP. It's going to have a lot to do with your crime. It's going to have a lot to do with all kinds of factors. But what the sentencing calculator will do is it's going to give you a really good idea at the current time that you're looking at it of how many people are in that specific prison versus its capacity. So if you're going to be asking this as a recommendation, you want to make sure that you're not asking to go to a prison that's at capacity, because then your recommendation goes out the window and then you kind of get thrown into the flip of the coin type of a situation. 25 more days until I get my ankles. Oh, nice, Matt. Yeah, those ankle monitors were no fun. I was very happy to see mine go. So, all right, let's jump over. Let's show you guys the sentencing calculator, and then we'll just do some mock scenarios. Now, before when we did this, I showed you guys the sentencing calculator a few months ago, and we actually used some of your guys' real-life situations in the room to give you an idea of what you'd be looking at. We're not going to do that today because I really want you to go and play with this yourself. You didn't have the ability to do so before, but now you do. What's going on, El Gordo? Before there was a fee for the calculator, we were charging for it, but we've decided just don't feel right charging for it. So let's go take a peek at it. You're going to see a black screen just for a second, and then Gordo, you're getting sentenced this month. So this is a good video for you. Pay attention to this calculator, and I'll show you how you can go get it for free on my website, rdapdan.com. So we're going to switch over. Oh, no black screen. All right, great. So this is the homepage to the website. Still a lot of updates being done to the website, guys. So we've got a lot of stuff coming, being added to it. But this is where we're at right now. You know, everything's a process. Nothing happens overnight. So basically, when you get to this page, if you're interested in either the calculator or anything else like the RDAP Dan wristband or other tools that we're going to be putting on the site, it's always going to be under the membership area. Okay, so you're going to click on membership, which is up here at the top. I don't know if you can see my mouse or not, but up here at the top, you're going to go to the membership, and there's a little sign up button. So you're going to, I'm already signed up, so I'm going to go ahead and show you what it looks like when you hit sign up. So when you sign up, it is just going to bring you to this screen where you're going to create your username, email, password, repeat password, first name, last name, and membership levels already set to members. So we're giving everybody full access right now to everything that goes on here. Everyone's going to get full access. Once we get going a little bit deeper into this, there will be a paid members area only for clients where they get some additional features for, not for people that just want to pay to be a member, but actual active clients. So from here, you just make up whatever you want to use. So we're going to skip that. And if you already create a username and password, all you do is click back on the membership area here. And you're going to see right underneath the sign up button, you're going to see a little login here. So you click on the login button. And I'm already logged in. So if you weren't logged in, it would ask you for your username and password. And then you would just access the members page. So once we get into the members page, you've got your option of the sentencing calculator or the RDAP Dan wristband. We're going to go ahead and click on the sentencing calculator. So inside the sentencing calculator, this is where all of the magic happens. And hopefully my picture over here on the bottom right won't get in your guys' way, but I figured you guys want to stare at me the whole time, so I'll make you a little small photo there. All right, so let's just say for an example, let's say somebody's getting sentenced, today's the 3rd. So let's say somebody's getting sentenced on Monday, the 5th. Okay, so you just click on that date. And if you don't know, now there's 2 ways you can use this. If you've already been sentenced, you could go put your sentence day in there, the day you were sentenced, and then where it has range or exact, you can actually just go on to exact and put the time that you were sentenced to. Now, you may already have a surrender date, you may not, but based on the information that this spits out to you, you can always ask your attorney to motion to the judge and to the prosecutor to adjust your sentencing date based on whatever this calculator may give you, because this calculator will also show you how you can possibly serve fewer days based on the day, the week, the month that you surrender. So it gives you a lot of different options and choices. So for now, we're going to go with a range. And let's say your sentencing range is from, let's say your guidelines are, you can actually, let me move the page there. You can actually just type it in. So let's say it was 24 months. And it does this sometimes when I make adjustments. So 24, I don't know why it keeps shrinking it every time we do that, guys. I apologize. We'll get it. 24 to, let's just say, 60 months. Okay. So we've got 24 to 60 months in there. Zip code. Let's say your zip code is, let's pick a Florida zip code. A lot of people on the East Coast, so we'll go with 33467. 33467. And it's not supposed to shrink like that every time, but I guess is what it is. We have to deal with it. So 33467, your gender, male, and here you've got your minimum, which is a camp, low, which is a low, medium is medium, high is a pen. So we're going to stick with medium, or I'm sorry, minimum, which is a camp. And then defendant was released on bond. So this is if you've been out on pretrial pretty much the whole time, or if you're doing this for a loved one and they've been sitting in county the entire time waiting. So most of your guys' cases, you've been out on pretrial. So we're going to go ahead and look at it as if you've been out on pretrial. Press the analyze button and it will spit some numbers. Okay, so let's go up to the top here. So based on the zip code that I put in, this is going to give you the the options. Now, Coleman, it shows Coleman, but if you're a male, just remember, you're not going to go to Coleman. Coleman has a camp, a low, a medium, and a pen. It's showing the camp. That's for women only, though, okay? So Miami would be the closest, obviously, if you're in South Florida. And then it tells you, the important thing here to remember is not just the closest prison is not your only concern. You're also concerned on, if you look at the capacity, so you've got distance, population, capacity, and likelihood. So you really want to focus on the population. So currently, as the last time this was updated, which it updates pretty frequently, 371 inmates at the camp out of 407 capacity. So it says the likelihood of going to a Miami camp right now is fair. Now that doesn't mean, just because it says fair, does not necessarily mean that you are going to go there if you ask for a recommendation. This just allows you to have an opportunity to not see. If you look underneath that, like Coleman, 386, 402, it says likelihood unlikely. You got Jessup, unlikely. Then you've got, then it starts going down to fair, fair, probable. Probable is more than likely. If you look at the population, 122, 163. So these are some things that you want to look at when you're deciding what prison you want to go to. And then you also want to take in additional considerations is, do they have RDAP? These might be some things that you need to deal with additionally. You can always call us. We can, if you don't know how to check if these prisons have RDAP or not, we can find out for you. I can tell you Coleman Camp does not have RDAP for women. Miami does, and I believe the other ones do, but we can always verify that. And now when you get down, you've got your sentencing range, 600. Now this is giving you an average, right? Because we base this on 24 to 60 months. So we don't know how many months you're going to get. If you put in the exact amount, this would tell you exactly the days, the sentencing range, the days you would serve. So this is based on the days that you surrender. So best dates to report tells you that right over here on the first part under the category of sentencing range. Thursday, February 15th, 2018 would give you days of confinement, 631. Good days behavior, first is 95. Now if you scroll down, it gives you a little bit different days. It tells you to surrender. So you got your days of confinement, good time, 98. And the more you go down and look at this, because these ranges are not exact. We don't know the exact range until you know what your actual sentence was. And when you put it in, it will tell you based on the days that you surrender, which are on the left. You got your, you got the date, you got the month, you got all that stuff, the days that to surrender on. So if you know what day you're surrendering, you can look in here and it'll more than likely have the day that you're surrendering, and it will tell you. Now this doesn't include time off for RDAP, and this doesn't include halfway house time. This includes your sentence with your good time. Obviously RDAP, halfway house would make adjustments to this, but this is just to give you an idea based on the 85% of what type of sentence that you would be serving. And it just continues to break it down for you to the worst case scenario, all the way to a full term on the 60 months. So this calculator can come in handy. We've seen it pretty accurate with a lot of people that have been using it. And again, this is a tool to assist you. This is not a tool to give any type of guarantee. Okay. So if you guys want to check out that tool, all you need to do is go to our members page on rdapdan.com, sign up. It's free. Put in some basic information there, and you'll have access to the tools that are there and the tools that will be added to it next week. We've got some pretty cool things coming. I think you guys will be really excited with the direction that the website is going. Here, let me show you the blog. We've got a ton of bloggers that are being added to the site as we speak, and everybody's just a little behind on schedule. So if you hover over the blog button, you've got featured bloggers, and then you've also got, here, we'll click on featured first. So featured, tomorrow should be up here any minute. We're in the process of adding tomorrow's blog up here. Tomorrow's son is in federal prison. So under featured bloggers, to give you an example here, let's go to Michael Freshko right here. So Michael Freshko, I don't know if you guys can read this or not, but Michael Freshko, a former sergeant with the Miami-Dade Police Department. He is currently serving a 48-month sentence in FPC Montgomery. after assisting a friend to bypass the TSA to transport firearms to the Dominican Republic. His official charge was conspiracy to export items from the United States, contrary to law. So basically what he was doing is he was bringing guns into the airport and bypassing security because he was a cop, and he was giving them to a friend that was using them to take to the Dominican Republic. So Mike, he's a client of ours, and he's been with us for quite a while. He's in prison now, and if you click on read my blog, this is from him. So this is information that from Mike while he's in prison. So this is stuff that we'll read more, and these are stories and emails that he sent us, questions we asked him. Tells a little bit about what's going on in prison, what it's like there, what the food is like, what the daily routine is like. We can find out things like when the next RDAP class is starting. So it's really cool to have people that are inside the prison system that are continuing to blog from inside. And we keep it pro-social. We all know there's screwed up things going on in the prison system, and we will discuss things like that. But it's not always going to be necessarily the focus of what the purpose of the blog is. It's to share information for those of you that are getting ready to go into the prison system, so you have the ability to have an understanding of what's coming next. Now, if you don't click on featured and you just click on blog itself, this will bring you to different things we're doing. Like we have Inspirational Monday, where every Monday, let's see here. I know she just did one. So we got Michael Freshco on there. So we've got different videos that we've done. We talk about it. This was January 5th. The #1 question that kills your chance for a reduced sentence. We got information. You can go read about that. Don't hire a prison consultant while asking these 6 questions. Breakthrough or breakdown. Dissatisfaction inspires change. So we try to post positive information that will allow you guys to make informed choices and decisions with what's coming next into your life. We've got a video page where it's got content from our YouTube channel, services, prison reduction and coaching, RDAP info and qualifications, post-prison consulting, online reputation management. If your name has been dragged through the mud and you're worried on how this is going to affect you when you get out of prison, whether it's you're worried how it's going to affect a potential employer, if you're worried how it's going to affect your family or your children, we have an online reputation program that we can put you through to help start producing positive press about your name to suppress the negative information that's being out there, that's being out there now about you. The important thing to remember is online reputation is not an overnight process. So if it's something that really concerns you, you may want to take a look at it prior to going into prison. Get the process started now. So while you're in prison, this is working for you, creating positive blogs, positive press, positive content to suppress the negative. So by the time you do get out, a lot of that information is not going to be easily searched on Google unless somebody's really, really looking for you. But the idea is if somebody does a Google search on your name or your company or whatever the relevant information may be, with online reputation management, it can remove a lot of that by putting positive information in its place to not make it so easily accessible. So that's the point of the online reputation management. So we got a lot going on. We've got the Become a Prison Consultant section where if you're looking to possibly become a prison consultant or a prison coach and you're interested in that, it is something that isn't fully launched yet. We've got a couple of people that we're going to be testing it out with possibly. But it's in the works. It's a program that we are looking to unroll because there's a lot of people that do want to help people and they just don't really know the exact direction on how to get started. They know they have the story. They know they can help. They know they can position people better than what they're in. But getting in front of those people or getting those people in front of them sometimes can be the challenge. So guys, I can't stress it enough. If you're getting ready to potentially face a federal prison sentence and you haven't started working on your personal narratives, you haven't started working on your character reference letters, you're not out there putting in time and effort in community service, building a mentor group, going to AA, going to NA, if you don't understand what's going to take place during your pre-sentence investigation, that's after you take your plea or after you're found guilty, you'll stand in front of a probation officer where you're going to be questioned. Based on your answers to that question determines a lot of factors like will you qualify for RDAP. this is a very, very important part of the process. And the more informed and the more aware you are, the better prepared you are for that moment, will truly increase your opportunity of not only serving a shorter sentence, but really maximizing the best possible outcome in the best possible location. And that's really what we try to focus on. So we're going to keep this video short today. It's a Saturday video. Tomorrow, have a good weekend. I just saw tomorrow's heading out. I've been home 24/7 for a year, close to 3 years, out on bond. Yeah, it's crazy. El Gordo, I know, it's a rough time right now, and you will get through it. We all get through it one way or another. It's just a matter of how you get through it. And, are you going to make this a positive experience, or is this going to be something that continues to bog you down throughout the prison system? I can tell you, for most people, including myself, pre-trial, prior to going to prison, from the time you found out from the time you found out you're in trouble to the point where you actually go into prison, that can probably be the most intense part of the entire process. Way more so than prison itself, for most cases, for most people. Most of you are going to a camp or a low type of a situation. So it is what it is. And we're going to wrap this video up. I want you guys to really enjoy this weekend, do something fun. And I saw tomorrow said, go Eagles. I can't, I'm such an animal lover. I can't have compassion for the Eagles ever since they allowed Michael Vick to come back after not just alleged, he was charged, convicted of serious animal abuse, killing dogs, fighting dogs. Just can't respect the team or a corporation, or even the NFL in general, for letting somebody. That's one of the reasons when I really kind of fell out of the whole football thing, was that's all that really mattered. Home confinement does not count. El Gordo, I'm assuming you're asking, does home confinement count towards prison time, probation, halfway house? Doesn't count towards anything. As far as if you get sentenced to 60 months, your 3 years of home confinement has 0. I mean, it can play a role on the judge's decision to how much time to give you. So maybe it will benefit you to that effect, but no, it does not help as far as it does not count towards your time. It would be amazing if it does. I'm surprised more attorneys don't openly just say that, because a lot of people, I was under that impression too, saying, man, this should count. This home confinement crap and pretrial probation, this should count towards something, at least probation, but nope, not at all. So anyway, guys, enjoy your weekend. Have fun, enjoy the Super Bowl, eat some good food. If you're going to drink, be careful, especially if you're going to be driving. Don't do anything slick. Don't get yourself in any trouble. Everybody, be safe. I'm RDAP Dan, Federal Prison Time. Come check us out on our website, rdapdan.com. Follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn. We're pretty much everywhere. Everywhere where there's social media, we're probably there. We could be more active, but we are there. So come follow us, one day at a time. People helping people. Community is method. And I will see you guys on Monday. All right, guys. Peace.